Dr. King's Memorials, written by Kiara Fried. Introduction. A memorial in Washington, D.C. honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The memorial has a large sculpture of Dr. King and famous word that he said. Who was Dr. King, and why do we remember him? Dr. King was a great leader. He wanted equal rights for all people, no matter their race or color. The time is always right to do what is right. The South. Dr. King grew up in Georgia, a state in the South. In the 1930s, racism was common in the South, and many laws were unfair to black people. The laws kept black people and white people separate from each other. Black children had to go to different schools from white children. Black people had to use different drinking fountains from white people. Law said black people had to sit at the backs of city buses. The front seats were only for white people. Black people also rode in different railroad cars than white people. Black people weren't allowed to use the same restroom as white people. Dr. King worked. Dr. King wanted the unfair laws to change. He wanted the law to treat people of all races equally. He talked to many people about how to change the laws. Dr. King wanted to use peaceful ways to make changes. He said there was already too much hate in the world to use violence. Hate will never end hate. Only love will end hate. Do you know Rosa Parks would not give up her seat at the front of a bus in 1955? She was arrested. People around the country hear about it. Her courage helped change unfair laws. Dr. King and other leaders marched with many people as a peaceful way to fight racism. They hoped to get the unfair laws changed. They also protested racism by peacefully refusing to follow the unfair laws. For example, they held a sit-in. They sat at dinner counters where only white people were allowed to sit. Refusing to move, some people were arrested by the police, including Dr. King. New laws. Dr. King and other leaders worked hard for years. In 1964, the government changed the unfair laws. The new laws are fairer. It is now against the law to treat people differently because of their race. Black children and white children can go to the same schools. Everyone can sit where they want on buses and trains and in restaurants. The same water fountains and restrooms can be used by every race. Dr. King's dream. Dr. King wanted all people to be free under the law. He wanted laws that were fair to everyone. He dreamed that people of every color would get along. Today, the laws are fairer, but there is still work to be done. When people visit his memorial, they remember Dr. King and his dream of fair laws and free people. They carry on his work. If I cannot do great things. I can do small things in a great way.